This wasn't part of my plan today, but I found this eel in my crab trap, so we're gonna have to make a recipe, and we're gonna grill this eel. I'm not gonna show you the next step. I'll just show you me seasoning the veal and grilling it. I learned a lot about eel. The most important thing I learned was that they're nice and meaty, but they really don't have much of a taste. So aside from grilling that outside, I have to help it along a little bit, so I'm going to make somewhat of a sauce. And these items right here give a great flavor. I'm not using any herbs, except for the parsley. A good amount of chopped garlic puree, which I make and I freeze, and 4 mushroom caps, button mushrooms, onion, tomato. Saute this together. I'm using merlot. I just happen to like that. I think it's going to go well with the eel, opposed to where I always use a white wine when I'm dealing with fish. But the eel, you know, like a piece of a fillet of sole, has a nice flavor in its own. Flounder, red snapper, striped bass, but the eel nothing. So we're going to make a little sauce first, then we're going to grill the veal. The eel. I wouldn't mind having veal also. I like julienne, the onions. I like because they lay across whatever you're eating nicely. If you find dicing, kind of, it's just the look. And why I'm using tomato? Well, I'm using mushroom for flavor. Tomato, not as much for flavor, but as it's going to break down and it's going to give a little body to the liquid that's going to be added to this. So it'll help cling to the eel. I'm going to put a little sea salt. Everything has to be seasoned. And a little black pepper. And that's all I'm putting in there. Oh, you know what? If you like cumin, you can put it in there. You want to put allspice? You can put it in there. You can put anything in here you want. You want to put some herbs? Go right ahead. But I'm just making this. This in itself smells great. And the eel will be a nice piece of meat to eat with this going over it. As soon as this sautés a little bit more, I'm going to put the merlot in there and let it reduce. And then the chopped parsley is going to go in at the end. This won't take long. While that's sautéing, I'm chopping the parsley, but you should have all of this ready prior. But this interfered with another video I wanted to make. Since my neighbor gave me the eel, now I'm under pressure. I have to get everything done before my wife comes home. Can't cook when she's around. It makes too much noise. So that smells good. That is going to taste great. We're going to take this right there. I'm sure I've made a pasta recipe with this sauce over pasta. Now if you want to use butter, go right ahead. I would have used butter, but like, I have to eat this, and the more butter I use, the less healthier it is for me. So put a couple of tablespoons of butter in there. But you notice, see how the tomatoes are breaking down. It's getting a little like, looking like a sauce in a way. And this is a Capelon. This is not a non-stick, but it works great. My non-stick got ruined by somebody else, so I'm going this route to see how it's going to work out. I'm going to wait another minute or so before I add the wine. So this video is going to be non-stop. This will be finished, and then we'll head outside, grill the eel, season up the eel with a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and I want to get it crispy on the outside. And then we'll come in here and pour the sauce over the eel. See how nice things like are sticking together? You can thank the tomato for that. But it does taste good too. Okay, the tomato broke down, so now we'll put the merlot, and I think I will have a little. So we have 1.5 pounds of eel, and I could easily finish that myself with no problem. And it is the slipperiest creature that there is. That's about 1/3 of a cup of fresh parsley. That's it. We're done in here. Shut it off, because we'll turn it on again when we bring the eel back in. I cut the pieces depending on the thickness of the body, like steaks. If you were making like salmon steaks, this is going down that way, and these other pieces will be going down that way. So don't be cheap. Put the sea salt in there, because like I said, they have no taste. And pepper. And put some olive oil. And now we're on our way out to the barbecue. Now we're going to mix up the eel, and the barbecue is hot. I'm going to put these pieces down there and allow them to cook. Try to put the steaks down as if they were steaks, like so. And the larger pieces, I stay towards the rear, because for some reason every barbecue is the same. They all cook. It's the way the air flows through the front, comes out the rear, pushes the heat to the back. We can close this up. And I'm going to keep the film running even though there's nothing to look at, just to let you know how long it really takes to do this. And the flame is moderate. A lot of smoke coming out of there. I want these two pieces to really get brown underneath. I'm going to shut it off, the film, and I'm going to close it up for about another 3 minutes, then we'll check it. I can smell that a fish, something in the fish family is cooking. Such a dense animal, flesh, take a little longer to cook than a piece of fish. A few more minutes. Well, that's been another about 3-4 minutes really, and we're done. So it's taken about 3, 6, 9, about 10 minutes at a fairly good flame. And these are done also. Now we'll take this inside and try and present a nice looking plate. So, there's all the veal. We'll just throw it right in there. And we'll mix this up. Everything is hot. Now we'll put it on a plate. Well, it seems like a lot of eel there, but don't forget you have bone, and by the time you get finished picking with it, one hungry person, that 1.5 pounds, it's easy, but you could share it with another person if you'd like.